The Journey West and the Great Expansion of the United States of America, as told by the bald eagle, rattlesnake, fox, and dove, for ages 12 to 15. This series contains a large amount of information, though it includes only a fraction of what could have been covered. Teachers and homeschoolers are encouraged to select the videos and topics most appropriate for their students and to encourage additional research and discussion. Most videos include suggested questions for discussion, as well as ideas for further research. Although the videos generally follows a chronological order, some videos move outside the timeline because of the subject matter, so viewers should pay close attention to dates and historical contexts within each video. Because some students may watch only selected videos rather than the entire series, a small amount of repetition has been intentionally included for clarity and continuity. I will not read the title slide or every slide in the series. Feel free to glance through them, or pause the video and read them if you wish. Introduction. The fire crackled beneath the stars, far above the dark mountains. Bald eagle circled slowly through the cold night air before landing on a twisted pine branch overlooking the valley below. Fox sat close to the fire, her bright eyes reflecting the flames. Dove rested peacefully upon a smooth stone. Rattlesnake lay coiled beside the warmth, his tail rattling softly now and then like distant thunder. For a long moment, none of them spoke. Then Fox flicked her tail.
"So," she said, "they're doing it again."
Dove tilted her head gently. "Doing what?"
Fox grinned, telling another story about humans marching across the continent while pretending they discovered everything.
Snake's rattles buzzed sharply. They always say things like, untamed wilderness, empty land, new frontier, as if nobody was already here.
Eagle spread his great wings slightly, yet the story still matters.
Snake lifted his head. Oh, I know it matters. It changed everything.
It changed everyone, Dove added quietly.
Fox glanced into the fire, and not always for the better.
The flames popped loudly. Far away, a wolf howled. Eagle's golden eyes looked westward toward the dark horizon.
For thousands of years before the United States existed, Eagle said, people lived upon this land.
Built cities, Dove said softly.
Raised armies, Snake added.
Fought wars, Fox corrected.
Farmed deserts, Eagle continued.
Built roads and canals, Dove said.
Traded from ocean to ocean, Snake finished.
Fox smirked, and sometimes enslaved each other, conquered each other, and wiped each other out long before Europeans arrived.
Dove gave Fox a disappointed look. You always rush to the worst parts.
Fox shrugged. History includes the worst parts.
Snake's tail rattled again. She's not wrong.
Eagle nodded solemnly. No, she is not.
The four fell silent again. At last Dove spoke gently.
This book is not meant to make readers hate anyone.
It is meant to help them understand, Eagle said.
Fox leaned closer to the fire, and to ask questions.
Snake's eyes narrowed. Hard questions.
Important questions, Dove corrected.
Fox stretched lazily. Like this one, who really discovered America?
Snake snorted loudly. Depends on what you mean by discovered.
Exactly, Fox replied smugly.
Eagle looked toward the stars long before Columbus. He said, great civilizations rose and fell across North and South America.
Some built giant cities, Dove added.
Some vanished, Snake said darkly.
Fox's ears twitched. And maybe, she whispered, other people came here even earlier than most textbooks once claimed.
Snake looked at her sharply. You mean the stories about travelers crossing oceans before Columbus?
Fox grinned. Maybe.
Dove smiled carefully. And perhaps some stories are true, while others are only legends.
Eagle lowered his great head. In this video series, we will explore what historians, archaeologists, oral traditions, and first-hand accounts have said.
And whenever possible, Dove added, we will let people from the past speak for themselves.
Fox pointed her nose toward the fire, not just modern opinions about them.
Snake lifted proudly. Yes, let the people who lived it speak.
The explorers, said Eagle.
The settlers, Dove added.
The tribal leaders, Snake rumbled.
The soldiers, priests, mountain men, pioneers, missionaries, runaway slaves, trappers, immigrants, traders, women, children, and travelers. Fox continued.
Eagle's voice deepened. This is also a continuation of our earlier stories about the founding of the United States.
Fox laughed softly. Humans drew lines on maps and called it a nation.
Snake's eyes gleamed. Then they pushed those lines farther and farther west.
Dove lowered her head sadly. And many people paid a terrible price.
But many also found hope, Eagle said.
Opportunity, Dove added.
Adventure, Fox said.
Gold, Snake hissed.
Fox burst into laughter.
Snake looked offended. What? Humans crossed deserts and mountains chasing shiny rocks.
And land, Dove reminded him quietly.
And freedom, Eagle added.
Fox's expression softened. Yes, she admitted, some truly were searching for freedom.
The fire burned lower. The stars stretched endlessly overhead.
Eagle looked at the others. We were here before the United States.
Before the colonies, Snake said.
Before the Spanish, Dove added.
Before most Europeans even knew this land existed, Fox finished.
Snake coiled tighter beside the fire. So perhaps that makes us qualified to tell the story.
Fox grinned, or at least qualified to argue about it.
Dove laughed softly. Eagle opened his mighty wings.
Then let the story begin.
Section 1. Before the Constitution. Video 1. The Great Civilizations Before the Europeans. The morning sun stretched across the wide valley. Mist drifted over the river below as Bald Eagle glided silently above the trees. Fox trotted through the tall grass. Dove perched beside a cluster of wildflowers. Rattlesnake rested upon a warm, flat stone, soaking in the sunlight. Fox looked up at Eagle.
So, she said, where do we begin?
Snake answered immediately, with the fact that people today often imagine North America was nothing but tiny wandering tribes before Europeans arrived.
Fox grinned. And you enjoy correcting people.
Snake's rattles buzzed proudly. Yes.
Dove smiled softly, because the truth is far more interesting.
Eagle landed upon a dead cedar branch overlooking the river, long before Europeans crossed the Atlantic. He said, great civilizations rose across North and South America.
Cities, Snake added.
Trade networks, Dove said.
Trade networks, Dove said.
Farmers, astronomers, builders, artists, priests, warriors and rulers, Eagle finished.
Fox tilted her head thoughtfully, and many of them were older than people realize.
Snake lifted proudly. Some are far older.
Dove spread her wings slightly. One of the oldest great centers was a place now called Poverty Point. Fox flicked her ears. Terrible name.
Snake hissed softly. Humans gave it that name much later.
Eagle nodded. Double quotes the people who lived there never called it Poverty Point.
Fox looked toward the fire. Nearly 3,500 years ago, she said, people gathered there in what is now Louisiana.
Thousands of them, Dove added.
Snake's tail rattled softly. They built enormous earthworks by hand, giant curved ridges and mounds.
No oxen, Dove added again.
No metal shovels, Snake finished.
Fox looked impressed despite herself. That's a lot of dirt.
Eagle's voice deepened. Archaeologists believe materials came there from hundreds of miles away.
Copper from the Great Lakes, Dove said.
Stone from the Appalachians, Snake added.
Other materials from far across the continent, Fox finished.
Dove looked toward the river thoughtfully. Trade connected many peoples long before Europeans arrived.
Fox smirked. So much for the idea that everyone just stayed isolated in tiny villages.
Eagle nodded solemnly, especially when those ancient people left no written alphabet behind.
Fox glanced upward. But civilizations can exist without books.
Exactly, Dove said warmly.
Snake's eyes narrowed, though books would have helped modern historians greatly.
Fox laughed. The wind stirred through the trees. After a moment, Eagle spoke again.
In the eastern woodlands, another culture emerged later, the Adena.
The mound builders, Dove said softly.
Fox tilted her head. What exactly were these mounds for?
Snake answered first. Some were burial places.
Some were ceremonial, Eagle added.
Some may have marked important events or leaders, Dove continued.
Fox twitched her tail. And people still argue about some of them today.
Snake gave a satisfied nod. Good historians argue.
Eagle continued. The Adena people lived across parts of the Ohio Valley thousands of years ago.
And after them came the Hopewell cultures, Dove added.
Fox perked up. Cultures?
Yes, Eagle replied. Not necessarily one empire or kingdom. More like connected peoples sharing ideas, trade, and traditions.
Snake's rattles buzzed. The Hopewell traded across astonishing distances.
How astonishing, Fox asked.
Copper from the Great Lakes, Snake added.
Shells from the Gulf Coast, Eagle said.
Fox blinked. That's almost the whole continent.
Eagle nodded, and they shaped beautiful artwork from copper, stone, mica, shell, and clay.
Dove smiled gently. Some of their earthworks were enormous geometric shapes.
Circles, squares, octagons, Snake added.
Fox narrowed her eyes thoughtfully. You know what surprises me?
What? Dove asked.
How little most people today know about any of this.
The others grew quiet.
Finally, Eagle answered. Much knowledge was lost.
Some because civilizations faded, Dove said sadly.
Some because diseases and wars later destroyed societies, Snake added.
And some because later Americans often ignored or dismissed what had existed before them. Fox said quietly.
The fire crackled softly.
Eagle looked westward, in the dry lands of the southwest. He said, and other remarkable people rose.
The Ancestral Puebloans, Dove said respectfully.
Fox nodded carefully, though many older books use the term Anasazi.
Snake hissed sharply, a word likely given by enemies.
Dove lowered her head. Many today prefer Ancestral Puebloans.
Fox flicked her tail, though readers may still encounter the older term in books and museums.
Eagle spread his wings slightly. These people built cities of stone and adobe in deserts and cliffs.
Cliff Palace, Dove whispered.
Chaco Canyon, Snake added.
Fox looked impressed. Massive buildings, roads, trade routes.
And astronomy, said Eagle.
Snake nodded. Some buildings aligned with the sun and moon.
Fox looked upward. So while Europe struggled through parts of the Dark Ages,
great construction projects were happening here too, Eagle finished.
Dove continued softly. They farmed difficult dry lands with remarkable skill.
But drought eventually became devastating, Snake added grimly.
Fox lowered her ears. And conflict may have grown as resources became scarce.
Eagle nodded slowly. Civilizations can rise.
And civilizations can struggle, Dove said sadly.
Snake's voice grew quieter. Even great societies can become fragile.
For a moment, none of them spoke.
Then Fox brightened slightly. What about the copper workers?
Snake instantly perked up. Ah, yes.
Eagle's eyes gleamed. Near the Great Lakes, ancient peoples mined copper thousands of years ago.
Often with stone tools, Dove added.
Fox blinked. They mined metal before Europeans arrived?
Yes, Eagle replied.
Snake lifted proudly. They shaped tools, fish hooks, knives, ornaments, spear points, and trade goods.
Fox's tail swished thoughtfully, and some of that copper traveled enormous distances.
Trade again, Dove said warmly.
Always trade, Snake agreed.
Fox grinned. Humans everywhere seemed to enjoy buying, selling, trading, and arguing.
Especially arguing, Snake muttered.
Dove laughed softly.
Eagle turned serious again, and then came the Mississippian civilizations.
Snake's eyes gleamed. Now those were cities.
Large cities, Dove added.
Fox looked interested. How large?
Eagle answered carefully. One city, now called Cahokia, may have had tens of thousands of people at its height round the year 1100.
Fox stopped moving. Tens of thousands?
Snake nodded proudly. For a time, it would have been larger than London.
Fox stared. Most people have never heard that.
Dove continued. They built enormous mounds.
Monk's Mound still stands today, Snake added.
Fox narrowed her eyes. So North America had cities, trade routes, astronomy, engineering, mining, art, governments, farming, and massive construction projects before Europeans arrived.
Yes, Eagle answered firmly.
But, Snake added, this does not mean life was peaceful.
Dove sighed quietly. There were alliances and cooperation.
And warfare, Fox finished.
Snake's rattles buzzed softly. Raids, rivalries, competition for land, trade, and resources.
Eagle nodded. Human beings everywhere share both greatness and violence.
Fox glanced into the flames. Sometimes people today wrongly imagine native societies were perfect.
And others wrongly imagine they were primitive savages, Dove said sadly.
Snake's eyes narrowed. Both ideas are wrong.
Eagle spread his wings. The truth is always more complicated.
Civilizations rose, Dove said.
Civilizations fought, Snake added.
Civilizations traded, explored, worshipped, created beauty, and sometimes destroyed one another, Fox said quietly.
The wind moved softly through the valley below.
At last Dove spoke again, and many descendants of these people still live today.
Snake nodded. They are not simply part of the past.
Eagle looked toward the distant horizon. The story of America did not begin with Europeans arriving on ships.
Fox smiled faintly. It began thousands of years earlier.
Snake's rattles buzzed once, and the continent was already alive with nations.
Questions for reflection and ideas for further research can be found in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it, subscribing to the channel, sharing it with others, and clicking the notification bell so you'll know when new videos are released. Your support really matters. A growing community of subscribers lets me know there is enough interest to continue creating this series. My hope is to make history engaging, accurate, and enjoyable for young people, while providing resources that parents, teachers, and homeschool families can use with confidence. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.